software. Yeah, places like that.
And a very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Boschmore Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College. Glad you're able to join us for this edition of Brevard College men's basketball. Big USA South Conference bout this afternoon between two teams jockeying for position in the USA South Conference standings. Mary Baldwin with a 5-3 conference mark, currently in third place in a tie with NC Wesleyan. The Tornadoes in fifth place with a 4-4 conference record. Southern Virginia, by the way, leads the USA South Conference men's basketball standings at 7-1. Pfeiffer's in second at 5-2, but not much separation between 2 and 5 in those USA South Conference standings, and this is a big one to help determine position moving forward as we come into February, come into the home stretch of the USA South Conference schedule. Kind of interesting how the schedule lays out for the Tornadoes. This is the penultimate, the second to last home game in the regular season. The home finale will be on Saturday, February 15th. 2 p.m. start here at the Bosch. That's senior day along with the women's basketball team. So 4 of the last 5 conference games for the Tornadoes on the road, and an opportunity this afternoon to get one of these final 2 remaining home regular season contests. Tornadoes riding some momentum, able to get the win last time out. A resounding 106-72 win over Greensboro, where the Tornadoes set some new records on the offensive side, including field goals made, and an amazing feat so far this year for the Tornadoes. Entering today's game, number 1 in the country in field goal percentage. The Tornadoes, as a team, shooting 51.6%, which ranks number 1 in the NCAA Division III. So shooting at a very high clip. And the Tornadoes averaging over 10 three-pointers per game, holding their opponents to just 6. So we'll see if the hot shooting can continue. Meanwhile, Tornadoes up against a tough foe this afternoon. We mentioned Mary Baldwin. They won the USA South Conference last year. And the two teams met earlier this season, and Mary Baldwin made quite the statement, 87-63 up in Staunton, Virginia. Talking to head coach Lee Burgess before the game, he mentioned how turnovers were a real liability for the in that turnover battle against Mary Baldwin in that contest back on January the 7th. And if the Tornadoes can protect the ball, if they can run their offense the way they are capable of, and if they can continue the hot shooting and limit those turnovers, you would imagine the Tornadoes have a chance to knock off Mary Baldwin this afternoon and continue their quest to move on up further in that USA South Conference men's basketball standings. Mary Baldwin, in that earlier contest, had 5 different players in double figures. Quentin Hart with 16 points and Jaden Ignacio with 16 led the way. Zach Sloan had 15, Raymond Benton had 11, and Ronnie Hogarth with 10 points. Tornadoes were led by Twain Wilson, the 5-time USA South Conference Rookie of the Week. That's right, you heard that right. 5 times this season, Twain has won the Rookie of the Week honors, which, believe it or not, Brennan Wansley's done the same thing. Kind of incredible, with a grand total of 10 USA South Conference Rookie of the Week honors between the two freshmen. Well, Twain Wilson had 17 points in the first meeting against Mary Baldwin, leading the way for the Tornadoes in the defeat. So we'll keep a keen eye on the matchup adjustments coming off that first matchup between the two squads. Mary Baldwin, by the way, also won the offensive rebounding battle in that first timeout, 12-4. That'll be another area of interest this afternoon. So Tornadoes and Mary Baldwin coming up in just a matter of moments. We'll shortly turn it over to public address announcer Ray Gill, who will give us the starting lineups. We'll have the playing of the national anthems. Then we'll get started here at the Boshemer Gymnasium with this men's basketball matchup. Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels coming into the land of the White Squirrels for this matchup between Brevard and Mary Baldwin as the two teams line up for the national anthem. And we will turn it over to public address announcer Ray Gill to get us kicked off this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to read this afternoon starting lineups first. Head guard, 6'3" graduate from Brevard, Virginia, 5, Clemson Park. Head guard, 6'3" junior from Baldwin, Carolina, 12, Jack Sloan. Head forward, 6'3" junior from Ashland, Virginia, 22, Lakeland Benton. And now, the starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. Head guard, 5'11" senior from Concord, North Carolina, 3, Charles Reed. Head guard, 6'2" senior from Ashland, North Carolina, 11, Head forward, 6'4" junior from Concord, North Carolina, 12, Jacob Baldwin. Head guard, 6'5" senior from Huntersville, North Carolina, 13, Charlie Hesper. Head guard, 6'4" freshman from Columbia, South Carolina, 22, 20.
So there you have it, the starting lineups for this matchup between Mary Baldwin and Brevard College. Tornado starters KK Horton, Charlie Hester, Twain Wilson, Charles Reed, and Jaden Carnes. Mary Baldwin, Jaden Ignacio gets the start alongside Zach Sloan, Logan Barber, and Quentin Hart as well, and Raymond Benton rounds out the starting lineup, and it'll be Benton versus Carnes for the opening tip. Just about getting started here at the Bosch. Should be a good one between these two USA South Conference rivals, and we are underway. Mary Baldwin in the dark visiting jerseys, Tornadoes in the home white, and an early steal by the Tornadoes. Charlie Hester getting in that passing lane. And then a backdoor cut to Hester, and the reverse layup is good. Beautifully done. Hester getting it done on the defensive end and the offensive side. Early 2-0 lead for the NATOs. KK Horton defending Barber. Here's Ignacio. Ignacio coming in hot. It's going to be Tornadoes ball. 2 possessions for Mary Baldwin, 2 turnovers, as Ignacio lost control of the dribble there. Full court pressure from the Fighting Squirrels as Charles Reed takes the inbound. He's guarded by Ignacio. Reed hands it off to Wilson. Hester swings it over to Horton. Horton finds a cutting Hester. Beautifully done again. The cut and the finish and the delivery from Horton. 4-0 Tornadoes. Ignacio from the corner. It's good. A 3-pointer. So Ignacio, good looking stroke there from the opposite corner. Twain Wilson swings it around to Horton. Man-to-man defense for the Fighting Squirrels. Wilson dribbles to his right, hands it off to Hester. Wilson double team, 4 on the shot clock. Wilson, a fall away, one-footed 3-pointers good by Twain Wilson to beat the shot clock. Oh my. High degree of difficulty, and Wilson delivers. 7-3 Tornadoes. Sloan, defended by Hester. Sloan dishes it out to Hart, but Hart had a foot on the out-of-bounds line, and it'll be the 3rd turnover of the contest for Mary Baldwin. So we talked about that turnover battle early on, Tornadoes ahead. 3 for Mary Baldwin, just yet to see a turnover by the Tornadoes as Charles Reed running the point, hands it off to Hester. Here's Carnes from downtown. Off the mark, rebounded by Hart. 17:30 to play, opening half. Little shake and bake from Hart, double team coming from Carnes. Ignacio pump fake, takes it into the key. Miss, but a second chance opportunity from Benton. He misses the putback. Tornadoes back the other way. Here's Twain Wilson. Hester. 3 minutes have elapsed here. Tornadoes up 7-3. Hester dribbling to his left. And the finish from Charlie Hester, who now has 6 points to lead all scorers. Great start from Hester, 3 from 3 from the field. 16:45 to play, opening half. Three-pointer from the corner, off the front rim, rebounded by Wilson. (9-3) NATO's on top. Here's Carnes. Hester, the hot hand so far, this time from 3, no good. Carnes with the offensive rebound, keeps it alive, back to Hester. Reed, Horton, Wilson on the low post. Carnes from downtown, it's good. Tornadoes up 12-3. Fantastic start for Brevard, 4 minutes into this one. Ignacio running point for the Fighting Squirrels. Here's Hart with Horton defending. And Hart's going to be able to draw the foul on Horton, and that'll bring us to our first media timeout. With your score, Brevard 12, Mary Baldwin 3.
I've taken jumps in my academic career, and I've taken jumps in just socializing and getting out and getting to do things I've never done before.
The thing that brought me to Brevard is the experiential learning. I've always been a hands-on guy.
I love it here at Brevard. Over Christmas break,
Back here at the Boshemer Gymnasium, and first free throws for either team. Also seeing our first substitutions. As DJ Villa has checked in. DJ's a freshman guard from Roanoke, Virginia. Hart hits the second free throw. 12-4 NATOs. Couldn't ask for a better start from Brevard. 5 of 7 from the field. Hit those 2 3-pointers. And a 3-0 advantage in the turnover takeaway department. Hester missing that mid-range jumper. Back the other way, here's Zach Sloan. Also entering the contest, Kevin Weaver Jr. for the Fighting Squirrels, as Hart drills that three-pointer. So Hart and Ignacio have each hit from downtown. Carnes. Here's Hester. Hands it back to Reed. Reed. Nice defense on Sloan, keeping up with Hester. Hester was trying to get in position for another backdoor cut. Meanwhile, here's Carnes. Carnes misses. Weaver with the rebound. Kevin Weaver Jr., sophomore forward out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Three-pointer is good. Hart getting the hot hand suddenly, hitting threes from each side of the court. And Mary Baldwin's worked their way back. It's a 2-point ball game. Tornadoes had led by as many as 9. Currently a 7-0 run for Mary Baldwin. Until that, Charlie Hester now with 8 points, leading all scorers. Three-pointer no good from Ignacio, and Hester pulls down the rebound, his second. KK Horton able to find Reed on the backdoor cut. It's no good. Follow from Carnes. He misses the tip-in. Rebound pulled down by Weaver. Hart the other way. Open three-pointer. Sloan had a wide open three but wasn't able to connect. Here come the Tornadoes with transition. Wilson with the finish. Beautiful work. Reed to Horton to Wilson. And the flush by Wilson. 16-10. NATOs, after that 7-0 run, have scored the last 2 baskets, but an answer there from Weaver. Weaver, considerable size down low and able to finish there. Horton now with a strong take. Driving on that left side of the basket, able to take Hart one-on-one, and the finish from Horton. He gets on the board with his first bucket. Already with 2 assists, KK Horton. 12:30 to play here, opening half. Three-pointer from Sloan is good. Zach Sloan delivering. The 4th three-pointer made by the Fighting Squirrels. Three-pointers keeping the Fighting Squirrels in this game early on. Wilson. Carnes. Wilson once again, and a foul. Believe it or not, the first foul of the contest for the Fighting Squirrels. We've only seen 2 fouls in total, very few whistles so far. And with that whistle, we'll take another media timeout with 11:55 to play. Brevard 18, Mary Baldwin 15 at the Bosch.
Every cheer, for every play, we know there's a little prayer that no one gets hurt. That's why we are there too. Party athletic trainers, physicians, and specialists. We're watching closely for any sign that someone needs care. And if your child is hurt, they're seen right away by the region's top specialists. The Party Sports Medicine team is at every game, match, race, practice, and workout, providing medical attention and guidance. For us, winning is all about playing healthy and smart so you can perform at your best.
Back here at the Bosch, you may have noticed the red warm-up jerseys for the Tornadoes. Men's basketball program honored to host once again the annual Red Out game this afternoon in memory of former Samford University player Jimmy Griffin and in support of the Jimmy Griffin Legacy Foundation and part of American Heart Month, which begins today, this February. Jimmy Griffin played under head coach Lee Burgess during Burgess's time at Samford University, and tragically, he passed away in his sleep in 2009 from an undetected heart condition. So ever since, both at Samford University and also here at Brevard College, the Red Out program to try to raise awareness and to encourage folks to support the American Heart Association and keep up with checkups. You can go to heart.org for more information. So miss on the other end from KK Horton, back the other way. Here comes Mary Baldwin. Another three-pointer for Mary Baldwin's good from DJ Villa. DJ Villa, now the 4th different Fighting Squirrel to hit a three-pointer. They've hit 5 of them as a team. 7 of the 10 field goal attempts by Mary Baldwin's been from 3. Meanwhile, Brennan Wansley's checked in for the Tornadoes, also Justin Gaudelock. And another sub for the Nados as well, Brock McKnight, the sophomore from Sparta, North Carolina, Allegheny High School, checking in as well. So Reed and Wilson, part of that original starting lineup on the court, along with McKnight, Gaudelock, and Wansley. And there's a turnover for Brevard. So Tornadoes, who had led by 9 points, 12-3 early on. Mary Baldwin has come all the way back now, have tied this contest at 18. And the 3-ball has been a big part of that. Some nifty dribbling there from El Bouzawi. And another takeaway for Mary Baldwin. Mary Baldwin's bench players getting it done at the moment. Barber, the only member of their starting lineup on the court. All tied up at 18. 10-10 to play here in this opening half. Another strong take there by El Bouzawi. Wilson finds Wansley for three. It's no good. Reed, great job fighting through his defender. Villa for the rebound. Looking for Wilson on the backdoor cut. Turnaround jump shot from Wilson, and for the second time in this contest, Wilson, all the odds against him as far as the degree of difficulty on the jumper, but drills it home. Exciting freshman, Twain Wilson. What an addition he's been, now with 5 points. McKnight on the ground, fighting for the loose ball. And possession arrow will go to the Tornadoes. Great hustle there from Brock McKnight. 9:22 to play. Brevard 20, Mary Baldwin 18. Mary Baldwin still looking for their first lead in this contest after the Tornadoes ran out to an early 12-3 advantage. Gaudilock. McKnight. Beautiful dish from Gaudilock there to find Wilson, but before the basket, so no basket. A foul on the floor, a blocking call. I believe it was on El Bouzawi. Check that. Get clarification. It might have been Ignacio. Meanwhile, Tornadoes unable to convert there. And back the other way. Here's Mary Baldwin. Ronnie Hogarth, the freshman. Hart with the extra pass to Barber, and the finish on the three-pointer. And there's Mary Baldwin's first lead of the afternoon at the 8:25 mark. Charles Reed taking his defender off the dribble. Ignacio is going to be called for the foul. That earlier foul, by the way, was on Barber, who then answered with a three-pointer after committing that personal foul. Wilson and Reed head to the bench. As checking in for the first time, we're seeing Drew Smith, also Drayshawn Brown into the game. So 5 reserve players on the court at the moment for the NATOs. And 4 of the 5 original starters for Mary Baldwin on the court. Here's McKnight. Wansley. 8-minute mark, so sitting on another media timeout here on the Bosch. Here's Brown. And it's going to remain Tornadoes ball. Mary Baldwin thought otherwise on the out-of-bounds play. And that'll be a timeout on the court with 7:53 to play. Mary Baldwin 21, Brevard 20.
Probably one of the prettiest places on the earth. And to come to somewhere where it's such a tight-knit community, where everybody has your back, I mean, you're not going to find that anywhere else at bigger schools.
I like to go hang out in the coffee shop, sit outside at the picnic tables, maybe do a little bit of homework there, and just socialize because there's always somebody that I know there.
Brevard does make it easy to come here. The admission process is very simple.
Brevard College, a top choice for students around the world.
7:53 to play here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. Glad you're able to join us. Brennan Wansley with the jumper. It rattles home. It's good. Good looking bucket there for Wansley. First bench points of the game for the Tornadoes. And Tornadoes retake the lead 22-21. Hart. Down low to Benton. Well defended by the Nados. McKnight with the rebound as Smith comes across midcourt. Hands it off to Wansley. McKnight from three. It's good. Brock McKnight with the three-pointer. His 16th three-pointer of the season. Best three-point shooter in terms of percentage for the Nados. 47% entering this contest. Brock McKnight. Three-pointer there. No good. Offensive rebound coming up strong was Benton. Big-time rebound and finish from Raymond Benton, junior from Ashland, Virginia, Patrick Henry High School. McKnight again with a three-pointer, and it's good. Back-to-back threes from Brock McKnight, and Brevard able to stretch their lead to 5. Ignacio from three. It's good and one. So the cardinal sin of fouling a shooter in the process of that three-pointer, and Ignacio drills the three-pointer, draws the foul, and has a rare opportunity here for the 4-point play. KK Horton checks in, McKnight checks out. And also Jaden Carnes back into the contest. Justin Gaudilac heads to the bench after solid 6 minutes. Ignacio going for the 4-point play, and he converts. So what was a 5-point lead just moments ago, in a matter of seconds, is cut to 1. Smith. Wansley. Brown swings it over to Horton. Jaden Carnes with an open three. It's good. Tornadoes 5 of 10 from beyond the arc, 50%, and shooting at an outstanding clip again. We mentioned number 1 in NCAA Division III in shooting percentage, and Tornadoes delivering again in that department. As a takeaway here, KK Horton with the steal. Freight train down the court and able to find Wansley, and Wansley with the finish. Horton pushed that ball up so quickly after the turnover, and then Wansley with the finish, and the Tornadoes up by 6. Beautiful look there. And the finish from Hart. Barber with a beautiful pass. 33-29. Suddenly the energy has picked up here at the Bosch. Smith from downtown. It's short, rebounded by Sloan. .438 to play. Opening half. Three-pointer there is no good. Rebounded by Wansley. Horton find an opening and just misses the jumper as Weaver pulls down the board. You just feel the energy in the building suddenly pick up. The pace of play between these two teams picking up. Jumper there, using the glass. Zach Sloan. Some old school shooting there, using the backboard. You always wonder if that's intentional or not, or just a Lucky break. 3:45 to play here in the first half. Carnes hands it off to Wansley. Wansley collects his dribble, shoots the three, wanted a foul. Meanwhile, Mary Baldwin the other direction. Dish down low, and one opportunity as Weaver able to convert. And we'll have a timeout on the court with a free throw coming back for Weaver. 3:28 to play. Mary Baldwin and Brevard all tied up at 33. Back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, it's been an entertaining ball game thus far, all tied up at 33. Tornadoes ran out to a 12-3 lead. And Mary Baldwin worked their way back into this one. It's been neck and neck ever since. Weaver able to convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way and put Mary Baldwin back ahead, 34-33. Carson Evans has checked in for Brevard. Hester back into the contest as well. Hester, the leading scorer thus far with 8. Carnes with a strong take, but misses. Back the other way. And it's going to be a blocking foul on Evans, the 4th team foul of the Tornadoes. So it'll be Mary Baldwin ball underneath. Well, shout out to the women's basketball team. Big one later this afternoon in Buena Vista, Virginia, as the Tornadoes take on Southern Virginia, top 2 teams in the USA South. Meanwhile, beautiful pass there, threading the needle. KK Horton finding Carnes on the fast break. Horton now with 5 assists. Carnes with his 8th point. 2:37 and counting. Half number 1. Baseline jumper there is good. Ignacio now with 9 points. He and Hart lead the Fighting Squirrels, each with 9. Horton. Carnes hands it off to Hester. Give and go back to Carnes. Carnes with a nice up and under and the finish. Carnes now with 10 points and the timeout on the court. 2:07 to play. Brevard retakes the lead, 37-36. Back here at the Bosch, it's been a dandy so far in this first half. Back and forth action. Tornadoes 5 on the court at the moment. Twain Wilson, Charlie Hester, Jaden Carnes, KK Horton, and Carson Evans. Ignacio, Sloan, Hart, El Bouzawi and Benton on the court for Mary Baldwin, and Benton right on cue, able to get the finish underneath. Mary Baldwin back ahead, 38-37. Horton with the finish. Nicely done. That backdoor cut worked at perfection. Three-pointer, no good. Carnes had great position for the defensive rebound, and Weaver fouls him in the process. Neither team in the bonus yet. Five team fouls for Mary Baldwin, 4 for Brevard, as KK Horton brings it up the court for the Nados. Horton dribbling to his right. Wilson. Evans. Evans gets position. Nice pump fake and finish. Takes a little lap around the track and then finally falls for Carson Evans, the graduate student from Charlotte. Three-pointer off the mark there. That was Sloan launching that three. He's 1 of 4 from downtown. Hester had position but unable to convert, but Carnes with the steal. Back to Hester and the finish. Tornadoes have forced 8 turnovers, and now 8 points off those turnovers as Mary Baldwin calls the timeout. Under 28 seconds to play, Tornadoes. Nice little spurt to take the 5-point lead. Carnes and Hester each with 10 points. Carnes also has 4 rebounds to his credit. KK Horton with 5 assists to lead the Tornadoes in distribution. Twain Wilson with 7 points, Wansley with 4, and Carson Evans with 2 points. Ignacio leads the way for Mary Baldwin. Hart as well, each of those players with 9 points. Weaver has 5 points and 3 rebounds. Benton, the leading rebounder for Mary Baldwin, with 5 boards. Tornadoes continuing the hot shooting, 57% from the field. So, starting lineup back on the court for the Nados. Horton, Hester, Carnes, Wilson, and Reed. Shot clock off. Final 15 seconds. Ignacio now runs the play. Benton defended by Hester. Ignacio able to find a open via, but he misses at the buzzer. And the Tornadoes will head to the locker room with a 43-38 advantage here at halftime. Well, stick around. We'll have the second half along with first half highlights and statistics. But first, the Pisgah Dance Company will perform here. So stick with us here at the Bosch. back here at the Vosper Gymnasium. It's really well played first half by both teams. Brevard with the 43-38 advantage. Jaden Carnes and Charlie Hester leading the way for the Tornadoes, each with 10 points. Twain Wilson with 7, Brock McKnight with 6. KK Horton in the scoring column as well with 4 points. Brennan Wansley with 4 points and Carson Evans with 2 points. KK Horton with 5 assists. And leading rebounder for the Tornadoes is Carnes with 4. Carnes also with 2 assists and 2 steals. So strong all-around game from Jaden Carnes. Mary Baldwin, led by Ignacio and Quentin Hart, each with 9 points. Zach Sloan with 5. Weaver has 5 as well. Benton with 4 and Barber with 3. Leading rebounder for the Fighting Squirrels, Benton with 5. And Sloan leads the team with 5 assists. Tornadoes continuing their hot shooting. 57% from the field, 19 of 33. Tornadoes were 5 of 12 from beyond the arc. Mary Baldwin was successful from beyond the arc, making 7 of their 16 attempts. Mary Baldwin shooting at a strong clip as well, 47%. Haven't seen much action on the charity stripe. Mary Baldwin, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. In Brevard College, 0 free throw attempts. We're unable to earn a trip to the free throw line. It's pretty remarkable. You don't see a team leading by 5 at halftime who hasn't even made a single free throw, but that's the case for Brevard College, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Tornadoes ran out to a 12-3 lead early on. Mary Baldwin worked their way back. And then it was back and forth action for so much of that first half. A grand total of 8 lead changes. And that sets us up for a second half, which will certainly be compelling as the Tornadoes looking to avenge a win by Mary Baldwin in the first meeting between these two teams. Mary Baldwin really took care of business at their place back on January the 7th, an 87-63 win. Big issue in that one for the Tornadoes. They gave up 17 turnovers. Well, today the Tornadoes doing a great job protecting the basketball. Just 3 turnovers through the first half. So winning the turnover battle as Mary Baldwin's turned it over 8 times. Mary Baldwin, by the way, very late to come out of the halftime locker room. Tornadoes were back on the court with time to warm up and loosen up. Mary Baldwin came out very late. Not sure if that's their standard practice or something maybe a little different with the 5-point deficit at the half. Back underway here, Mary Baldwin with the opening possession. And a miss there on a 3-pointer brought down by the Nados. That was Hart launching the 3. Hester looking for KK Horton, stolen away by Charles Reed. Twain Wilson with the 3-pointer. And then loose ball foul as Horton and Benton were contending for a rebound. Benton with a size advantage, but Horton had position, and the loose ball foul on Benton. So Tornadoes will keep possession. Hester. Horton taking on Hart. Horton blows right by Hart, able to find Carnes. A beautiful dish, another assist for KK Horton. That's his 6th, and a great finish by Carnes, who leads all players with 12. Ignacio, defended by Reed. Nice help defense there for the Tornadoes. Hester then able to get his hand on the Hart dribble. Here's Ignacio. Carnes switches on to Ignacio. Ignacio step back with 3 on the shot clock. It's good. Nice piece of individual basketball there by Jaden Ignacio. Able to use the screen to his advantage. 45-40, Tornadoes on top. And a foul on Mary Baldwin away from the ball, as Horton was trying to fire that down low on another one of those backdoor cuts by the Tornadoes. Ignacio called for the foul. Here's Hester. Horton. Hester double teamed, picked up his dribble, now finds Horton. 10 on the shot clock. Wilson. Carnes. Reed give and go back to Carnes. And a foul. So 3 early fouls by Mary Baldwin here in this first half. That foul on Barber, his second personal, but the big number, 3 team fouls in just the first minute 45 of this second half. Hester with the rebound, second chance opportunity. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. Wilson and Barber were battling, and the foul's going to be on Wilson. So we're seeing quite a few more whistles here in this second half, and continue to watch these rebounding battles. Seems like a lot of the fouls being called on loose balls coming off the glass. Hart dishes off to Ignacio. Here's Sloan. Sloan with the pull-up jumper. It's no good. Rebounded by Carnes. Rebound number 5 for Jaden Carnes. KK Horton up ahead to Hester. Wilson. Reed with the handoff to Wilson. Back to Carnes. Count the basket. Carnes now with 14 points. Beautifully done there. Tornadoes up by 7. Takeaway there by Reed. Well done. Charles Reed. We've seen that so many times in a Tornado uniform, as the Wilson three-pointer's no good. Rebounded by Sloan. Ignacio. Sloan. And there's going to be a foul on the play. We'll see who it was on. It's going to be on Charles Reed. It's going to be on the floor, not a shooting foul. Kind of play that in the NBA, you might have gotten continuation there. Benton. Barber. Dribbles to his left. Hands it off to Hart. Hart with a jump stop. And a foul there on Reed. Hart attracted a crowd there in the paint and able to draw the foul. He'll go to the free throw line, and this will be the 5th and 6th free throw attempts for Mary Baldwin. Mentioned it at the half, Tornadoes still have not shot a free throw. Second free throw, no good as well, so Tornadoes regain possession. Here's Horton. Carnes, beautiful pass to Horton there. Those two have been working magically together. Horton now with 6 points, 6 assists. Carnes, 3 assists, 14 points. 16-13 to play. Half number 1, NATO's up by 9. matching their largest lead of the game. That happened way back at the beginning of this contest at 12-3. Three-pointer here, no good. As Barber launched the three-pointer, second chance opportunity for Mary Baldwin. That time Hart unable to get it to go down. Here comes Horton the other way. Horton, a beautiful behind-the-back dribble. Now finds Hester. Hester down low to Carnes, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll remain Tornado ball, but a timeout on the court with 15:42 to play. Brevard 49, Mary Baldwin 40. Back here at the Bosch, 49-40, Tornadoes outscoring Mary Baldwin 6-2 here in this second half. And it'll be Tornado ball underneath. Starters remain on the court for the Nados. Here's Hester. Reed. 10 on the shot clock. Reed was unable to connect there with Wilson. Turnover on Brevard, just their fourth of the game. 15:30 to play, half number 2. Finish there, the other direction from Barber. (49-42), 14:50 to play here in this second half. Ronnie Hogarth has size on Reed, but Reed defends him well. Justin Gaudilock has checked in for the Nados. Same with Brock McKnight. Three-pointer there is good. Ronnie Hogarth delivering with his first points of the afternoon. A three-pointer there by Gaudilock. The Tornadoes stretch their lead back to 7. Hogarth, defended by Reed. Five on the shot clock. Barber, turnaround jumper, good. Good looking finish there from Logan Barber with the shot clock running out. 13:33, period number 2. It's Wilson. Gaudilock. From downtown, the shot from Hester, no good. Back the other direction. Second chance opportunity for Mary Baldwin. Hogarth to Barber, and then the finish. Beautiful extra pass, and then DJ Villa able to deliver on the three-pointer. And just like that, Mary Baldwin makes it a 2-point ball game. Scoring blast there for Mary Baldwin, who's hit 4 of their last 5 field goals. So 12:54 to play. Well, all sorts of spring sports action just around the corner. Women's lacrosse had a scrimmage earlier this afternoon. We're on the winning end, defeating Montreat at Islamel Family Field. Indoor track and field continuing its season. They're in Salem, Virginia today. Baseball, softball, men's lacrosse, women's lacrosse, all around the corner. Also tennis and outdoor track and field. Go to bctornadoes.com for all your scores, stats, news, and information. And be sure to follow BC Tornadoes on X and Instagram and Facebook. Last time out by Mary Baldwin. And Tornadoes coming out of the timeout with the basketball. Here's Hester. Hester. Crossover dribble. Continuing his drive, and a foul along the baseline. Nice take by Wilson. Taken on Villa and draws the foul. Fourth team foul on the Fighting Squirrels. Brennan Wansley, who's checked into the game. Here's McKnight. Reed. Reed on the low post. Misses the jumper underneath, but then a traveling violation. And Tornadoes see if they can capitalize. 10th turnover on Mary Baldwin. Inbounds pass to Hester. Hester to Reed. Reed to Gaudilock. Gaudilock hands it off to Wansley. Wansley from 3. It's good. Brennan Wansley from downtown. The 7th three-pointer of the contest for Brevard. And that stretches the lead back to 5. Three-pointer from Villa. Big answer for Villa and Mary Baldwin. Villa's now hit 3 three-pointers for 9 points. Reed. Here's Gaudilock. Eight on the shot clock for Brevard. 3 on the shot clock. Gaudilock's going to launch that from 3. Almost went down. And then stolen away by Charles Reed. Beautifully done. Wansley with the jumper. It's no good. So Tornadoes get the turnover, but unable to deliver. And then back the other way. Mary Baldwin. Big time finish there by Ayman El-Bouzawi. And that ties up this contest and one opportunity when we come back. 55-55 your score at the Bosch. El Bouzawi at the free throw line. And able to convert the three-point play, so Mary Baldwin able to retake the lead, 56-55. Under 11 minutes to play here in the second period. Wansley. Horton. And a whistle and a foul underneath. That'll be the 5th team foul on Mary Baldwin. Foul is on Villa, his 2nd. Horton dribbles to his left, and that's a turnover for Brevard College as Horton was trying to find Smith. 56-55, Mary Baldwin on top. Mary Baldwin has led a few times in this one, but has never led by more than 1 point. Stolen away by Horton. Beautiful job into that passing lane. Then stolen right back by Villa. Well, the two teams trade turnovers via the freshman from Roanoke, Virginia. Down low, and the finish from Weaver. Strong play underneath by Kevin Weaver Jr. out of Colorado. 58-55, the largest lead of the game for Mary Baldwin. And a steal for the Fighting Squirrels. Now up ahead on the fast break and the finish. Tucker Shiflett with his first points. And Mary Baldwin now up by 5. A 10-0 scoring run for the Fighting Squirrels. Tornadoes need a bucket desperately. Carnes double teamed. Here's Brown. Brown fouled. See if it's a shooting foul. Indeed. So at the 9:04 mark of the second half, the first free throws attempted by Brevard College. So we went nearly 31 minutes without a free throw until that, as Drayshawn Brown able to sink the first of 2 attempts, misses the second. Rebounded by Villa. 60-56 your score. Villa. Defended nicely by Brown. 9 on the shot clock for Mary Baldwin. Deep into the paint. And then a bit of a frustration foul after he missed the shot. Goes over the back of Horton. That foul will be on Hogarth. And that's the 7th team foul. So we mentioned those early team fouls for Mary Baldwin. Well, Tornadoes now in the bonus will shoot 1 and 1. So that's big from the Brevard Tornado perspective. Down by 4 and now in the bonus with a full 8:37 left to play in the second half. Horton makes the first free throw. He now has 7 points, 6 assists, 2 steals, 5 rebounds on the afternoon. Second free throw up and good as well. 60-58. Villa from way downtown. Rebounded by Wansley. Smith directing the Tornado offense. Carnes. Horton trying to shake and bake his defender. Villa. 7 on the shot clock, and some miscommunication there. Somehow, some way, Wansley kept it in bounds, and then Carnes from downtown, it's good! Oh my! What a play! Carnes with the delivery, Wansley with the save. And that just electrified the Bosch. 7:32 to play. Tornadoes back on top. And a foul on the floor. That's going to be 1-and-1 free throws. And the Tornado faithful rise to their feet as well. A timeout with 7:29. Brevard 61. Mary Baldwin 60. One of the more spectacular plays we've ever witnessed here at the Bosch. An errant pass, looked like it was thrown into the stands. Wansley somehow keeps it in bounds, throws it inbounds to Jaden Carnes, who sinks a long three-pointer as time's expiring on the shot clock. Just electrified the Bosch. Meanwhile, pair of free throws from Horton as KK Horton steps off. Brock McKnight checks back in. McKnight's had some nice contributions. 6 points on the 2 3-pointers. Valuable bench player for Brevard College. Also, Wansley getting it done. We talked about that assist he had. Smith up ahead. Here's Wansley. Brown. Wansley. Get in position on the low block. On the floor before the shot, a foul, and that's going to be a pair of free throws for Wansley. So Wansley at the line. Shot is up, no good. So misses the front end of the 1-and-1. 63-60, under 7 minutes to play. Ignacio. Barber. Ignacio thought about the three-pointer. Carnes was there defensively. Now Brown switches on to Ignacio. Here's Barber for 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Brown. Suddenly, Mary Baldwin going cold. One of their last 5, scoreless the last 2 minutes. McKnight. Here's Smith. And Smith was trying to get the timeout, but prior to the timeout, the whistle blew. It's a tie-up, so possession arrow will remain with Brevard College. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Lee Burgess. Daniel Eco, head coach of Mary Baldwin. Tornadoes coaching staff in the suits and sneakers look, part of the Coaches versus Cancer initiative across all of college basketball this week. Wansley with the front end of the one-on-one. He now has 8 points. Big day for Wansley coming off the bench. 15 minutes and counting. Makes a pair of free throws there. Back the other way, second chance opportunity. Wansley with the swat. Big time block shot from Wansley. And then down low, able to find Carnes for the finish. And back the other way, the finish for Mary Baldwin. Zach Sloan getting it done down low. Bunch of substitutes. A whole quartet of Tornadoes enter the contest. Hester and Horton, Wilson, Reed. Barber takes a breather from Mary Baldwin. .5:13 to play here. It's been a really well-played game between both these teams. Highly competitive USA South Conference action. Here's Reed. Hester. Stolen away by the Fighting Squirrels. Fight for it, bodies flying. And somehow the Tornadoes keep that in bounds and in possession. And then the finish, almost complete. Another miraculous play. Wild action. Bodies flying. Twain Wilson along that baseline, keeping things in bounds. And Hester will head to the free throw line. So Tornadoes, who did not attempt a free throw in the entire first half. In fact, not just the entire first half, but the first 10 minutes plus of the second half. This is now their 11th free throw attempt. What a difference it makes when you get into the bonus. .430 to play. 5-point lead for Brevard. Three-pointer, no good off the back iron, rebounded by Hester. Charles Reed with the finish the other way. Jumper no good, rebounded by Hester. Reed. 3:30 to play here at the Bosch. Wilson swings it around to Hester. Hester. KK Horton, 5 on the shot clock. Horton driving to the hoop, taken away by Mary Baldwin. Nice defense that possession for the Fighting Squirrels. Three minutes to play. Fighting Squirrels looking for an opening via from downtown. It's no good. An offensive rebound by Weaver. Weaver tries to save it, taken away by Reed. Horton up ahead to Wilson. Wilson with a strong take and the finish. Twain Wilson. Big time finish there. Tornadoes ahead by 9. A 17-3 scoring run over the last 6.5 minutes or so have flipped the script in this contest. Tornadoes ahead 72-63. Back to action here. Tornadoes up by 9. Whistle and foul to give there for the NATOs. Now 6 team fouls, so it'll be Mary Baldwin ball underneath. Carnes. Check that, Horton with the takeaway. Beautifully done. Horton with the finish. Oh my. KK Horton. A big time finish for Horton. NATO's up by 11. Free throw up, no good. Horton gets his own miss, then misses the putback. Meanwhile, Mary Baldwin pushing the tempo, running out of time here. Just 1:59 to play. An 11-point lead for Brevard. But this will be free throws for Mary Baldwin. Sloan will head to the line. Sloan, 8 points. Free throws up and good. Second free throw, good as well. So that cuts it back to single digits. 1:59 to play, a 9-point advantage for the home team. Here's Reed. Reed double teamed with the full court pressure, the trap. Now another trap. Tornadoes able to beat it nicely. Hester keeps it alive. Back to Horton. Tornadoes chewing time off the clock. Wilson back to Horton. Great job by the Tornadoes playing keep away from Mary Baldwin. Now 1:38 to play. And KK Horton back to the free throw line. What a day for KK Horton. 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. Second free throw, good as well. 1:35 and counting here in the second half. Three-pointer, good by Villa. Makes it an 8-point game with 1:29. You can't take your foot off the gas at this point. 1:29 to play. Brevard 76, Mary Baldwin 68. .129 to play here, second half. Reed up ahead to Hester. Horton. And a foul. It's going to send Horton to the free throw line. KK Horton. Senior from Asheville Christian Academy. Having a superb year, KK. Averaging double-figure scoring, shooting over 50% from the field. Leader on the team in assists. 7 assists this afternoon. 10-point lead for Brevard. Three-pointer there is no good. Offensive rebound and a foul, so trip to the free throw line, which is a best-case scenario for a team trying to come back from 10 points. Stops the clock, gives Mary Baldwin a chance to cut into the Tornado advantage. Well, big thanks to the Transylvania County Special Olympics for coming out. Great to have them here at the Posh. Also members of the Brevard College class of 1974. Going back a ways, and here they are at the Boschmer Gymnasium, a little mini reunion, and great to see Brevard College alumni in the building. Under a minute to play here in the second half. Tornadoes break the press. Horton able to find Wilson. Mary Baldwin has to foul, down by 10 points. But they end up getting the steal regardless. And then the finish the other way from Barber. It's an 8-point game, 41 seconds left. Horton. And there's the foul with 33.8 seconds. Horton doing a great job controlling the basketball. And Horton's already at the line, ready to go, getting focused for these free throw attempts. Double bonus now, so 2 free throw attempts for Horton. First free throw's up and good. Second free throw from Horton is no good. Rebounded by Benton. Quick bucket by Mary Baldwin. Makes it a 7-point game, 27 seconds to play. Hester. Mary Baldwin has to foul. They're running too much time off the clock here. And the Tornadoes able to chew a bunch of time off the clock. It's got to be frustrating for the Mary Baldwin coaching staff, not able to get that foul. Up by 7, 15 seconds. Reed at the free throw line. First free throw's up and good. Charles Reed, graduate student from Concord, North Carolina. Second free throw, good as well. That might just ice it. Tornadoes up by 9. Long three-pointer, there's no good. And the Tornadoes are going to come away with a big-time USA South Conference win here at the Bosch. As the final seconds tick off, the Tornadoes improved to 10-8 overall, 5-4 in the USA South Conference. A big-time win for Brevard College. Really well done in so many facets. Hang around, we'll have all the final numbers for you. Your final score, Brevard 81, Mary Baldwin 72. Great scene here at the Boshemer Gymnasium following the 81-72 win by Brevard College. Big-time USA South Conference win. That's the Transylvania County Special Olympics who were in attendance today. Certainly a good luck charm for the Tornadoes, and the Tornadoes able to come up with the win. We'll have more stats and highlights from this one when we come back. (81-72) your final. Tornadoes come away with the win. Big time victory for head coach Lee Burgess and his crew. Jaden Carnes led the way for Brevard College, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. KK Horn with 17 points, go along with 7 rebounds and 3 steals. Charlie Hester with 11 points, also in double figures, had 5 rebounds and a steal to his credit as well. Brennan Wansley with 9 points and 3 rebounds. Justin Gaudelach with 3 points, 3 assists. Brock McKnight had 6 points on a pair of 3-pointers. Drayshawn Brown had a point in perhaps one of the more spectacular assists you'll ever see here at the Boshemer Gymnasium, as Brown came up with the loose ball, somehow got it inbounds to Carnes, and then Carnes delivers with the mammoth 3-pointer that put the Tornadoes back ahead. Leading rebounder for the Nados, KK Horan, what a day he had, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. Charlie Hester was a big part of the success early on with 11 points. Mary Baldwin, Ignacio with 11 points, Hart with 9, Sloan with 10, Vio with 12, and Barber with 9. Leading rebounder, Benton. Tornadoes, once again, big day shooting the basketball. They currently lead NCAA Division III in field goal percentage. And the Tornadoes shooting 56%. 8 of 20 from the land of 3. Mary Baldwin went 11 of 29 from the 3-point line. The Tornadoes did not attempt a free throw in the entire first half, but then went 15 of 20 in the final 10 minutes of the second half. 10 lead changes, 3 ties in this contest. And the Tornadoes, when it mattered most, came up big late in that second half to come up with the 81-72 win. Well, next up for Brevard College, a trip to Pfeiffer this coming Tuesday. And then Saturday, February the 8th, will be at Methodist. Next home game for Brevard College men's basketball, 2 p.m. Saturday the 15th versus William Peace. That's senior day here at the Bosch. Well, big-time win for Brevard College. Really well-deserved victory against a tough Mary Baldwin squad. Women's basketball, about 10 minutes from tip-off in Buena Vista, Virginia, as the Tornadoes will take on Southern Virginia in a rematch of the top two teams in the USA South Conference. Best of luck to track and field as they are continuing their competition in Salem, Virginia as we speak. And congrats to women's lacrosse, a victory in their scrimmage versus Montreat earlier today. Well, glad you're able to join us. Big thanks to those who helped behind the scenes. Martin Escobar, Martin Aguilar, Alex Bolton, Sports Information Director Joseph Marvin, Olivia Tyner on camera, public address announcer Ray Gill, and all those who help behind the scenes here at Brevard College. Really appreciate the assistance. Your final score for the final time, Brevard 81, Mary Baldwin 72. Tornadoes win. Until next time, go Tornadoes.